Nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
Whoa. I still don't have a new microphone. I'm using my headset. Hello, everybody. Can't believe that happened. What could I have spent all that money on? Hello. Hello. I'm back.
A great many things.
I'm here with Greg.
Yup.
We talking dirt sheet radio shit. You know, like we like to do. Yeah, man. I'm back from Japan. I lived the dream.
Your excursion is over.
I went to the motherland.
Jesus.
I didn't know this was the motherland. I thought you were a stranger. I didn't know this was home. No, man, it was incredible. The people
You got sent back by customs.
Basically, you only get 90 days when you go there. If you don't come back to the airport in 90 days, they're gonna try to find your ass.
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't know it worked like that. The first time I ever left the country, I was like, okay. I was so scared.
It's been 3 months. Man, he might have been ransomed.
The people out there are very polite, but I wouldn't mistake that for friendly, especially if you're a foreigner, which I happen to be. But,
shocking, shocking development.
Shocking. And then I look like I'm from the Bronx, which I can't rub off. I didn't know you can look like you're from the Bronx, but apparently you can. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, do I have to change the way I dress? I'll dress like Carlton or something. You know, like I don't know.
It's not unusual.
I went out there and it was mostly like the middle age and like the older age people. They were like grilling me down. Like I was like, damn, you know what? But only for the first couple of days, I was like confused about it. After I experienced the other tourists for a couple of days, I was like, you know what? I understand. I get it. I will accept these stares. I'll put this on my back. I understand. It was a crazy experience though, because once you actually put some effort into speaking the language though, and like trying to communicate and not be an inconvenience. Like don't be a pest and don't be a fucking inconvenience. There's so many obvious things that are going on that if you're not an asshole, you will very easily figure out. Like if you're walking down the fucking sidewalk and every fucking body walking towards you is in the opposite direction, and everyone walking in your direction is on the other side of the sidewalk, why are you not fucking following the crowd? It's clear there are rules here. But no,
oh, so it's kind of like see, actually that's kind of funny because it's almost like the rules that are sort of established in New York City but nobody follows.
That's exactly what I said about Tokyo. Tokyo is New York City with rules, and everybody strives to follow those rules.
No, not just with rules, but rules that everyone has somehow agreed to.
They all follow them, like, and I was like, "This is beautiful. Like, this is so harmonious. Like, I fucking love this because I come from New York, where everything is the exact opposite. Like, it's literally New York if it was perfect. This is utopia, New York. New York is dystopia, New York. Like, this is fucking incredible when you go over there because it literally looks like everything. Like, it's like this is beautiful. I belong here. This is actually where I was supposed to be born. What happened? No, yeah, I could go on for 2 hours about my experiences in Japan. It was incredible. Maybe I should.
That's a different show.
I feel like I need to bring people with me. Like you all, some more people. Like I need you to come back with me. I feel like the ant that finds the food, and I was like, I need to bring more ants. Like you all, I need my ants. Where are my ants? This is crazy over here. You need to experience this. It's like a fucking. I left a cage I didn't know I was in. I was like,
Mm.
I can't go back to this cage. I can't go back in this cage.
You
Let
imagine
me
just
out.
coming back and he's just like, he brought more blacks.
I am. I am. I am. I am. I'm doing exactly what they think I'm going to do. I can't fight. I can't fight. I
That's like
want.
what
I
I
want.
am.
I want to bring more people there. Every time I saw another black guy or another Spanish person in Japan, I was like, yes, like we made it. It was such a
So
beautiful.
like, some like, was there a moment, or is there ever a moment where like a foreigner sees another foreigner and they're just like,
No, because it's. I feel like the really, really American tourists are really, really obnoxious.
okay,
They try. They
probably,
try. It's like, damn, I don't know if they're not trying or like you just like that.
yeah.
But
Have you heard the song by the Lonely Island, Japan?
no.
Like, it's three white boys in Japan, Japan. It's pretty much a song about being incredibly obnoxious in a foreign country.
And that's the damn truth, especially on the train where it's like everybody's quiet. We're all sitting here, silence, essentially.
Yeah,
Nobody whispers. Why are you getting on thinking that you can be the loudest person in here? This is crazy. You're
yeah.
insane. It's a beautiful place. I can't wait to go back. Can't wait to bring my friends. Can't wait for you to come with me, Greg.
Was
Can't
everything
wait.
on time?
Just like they said it was. It is everything. It is everything you've ever heard, everything you've ever seen, everything you've ever fucking watched and took in. Like, I wonder if it's really like that. It's really fucking like that times 10. I'm telling you, there were like 6 floors of department stores, and you'd be like, boom, first floor electronics, second floor comics, third floor video games, fourth floor porn. The whole floor? The whole floor? Okay. Fifth floor, kitchen appliances. Like, it's like this is insane. I
So it's
love
like the big shops in Pokemon that have like the sequestered floors.
it. It is exactly like that. If everybody rides bikes in the morning.
Oh,
Just saying.
that
I was
too.
like,
Yes.
it's beautiful. But yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about wrestling, which we'll gotta do in Japan someday. Go to Japan and watch wrestling. I
We should
wanted to
fucking
do it.
leave here to have Nick do the show alone.
I meant to go to Korakuen Hall for the New Japan show, but damn, Naito and Jeff Cobb want to fucking leave the
Yeah, you
promotion.
should have got those tickets early.
I didn't know they were gonna do that. It was such an inconsequential show before that. It was such a nothing show. I was like, "There's no way this sells out." Fuck
That's
you
a
guys.
shame.
First. I went to the Totocon.
Yes.
That was legendary. It's like
For those who don't
Wrestling
know, the
Museum.
TotalCon is a very, I assume, very large.
No,
They're
it's
very
it's
small.
it's 2 floors. It's 2 floors. It's kind of
That's
it's
large for New York.
upstairs. Upstairs is bigger than downstairs, but it's a little cramped because there's so much stuff in there. And because I'm a
Okay.
big ass American. I'm a big ass American. What do you want me to do? I don't fit in these tiny cramped spaces. They're not designed
That's
for
a fair
me.
point. So it's kind of like Forbidden Planet for pro wrestling. If anybody knows that
Sure.
comic shop out in New York City.
Especially if you're an old Japanese wrestling fan. Like,
Yes.
God damn it, it was heaven. I sat on the ground and dug through catalogs of weekly pro wrestling. And then I
Yes.
dug through catalogs of programs from All Japan Pro Wrestling in the 80s, in the 90s, no end of 2000s. I was like, ah! And it's all like fucking $5.
If you did
$6.
not have things to do, you might not have left.
I was spending money like it was fucking Monopoly money. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Uh, but while I was gone, I missed some wrestling and trying to catch up. I missed like 2 weeks of Dynamite.
Yes, you did.
Um, I watched tonight though. Tonight was fucking fun. Tonight was great. Dynamite was fucking great tonight.
You were able to catch WrestleMania, so there was that.
WrestleMania. I'm not gonna get into a whole podcast about it because
Of
we
course.
did that without me. Good job, everybody. By the way, they kept this place alive. Dynamite was awesome though. They started out with this awesome ass fucking all-star tag match. It was the Elite, Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, and Ricochet. They defeated Mark Briscoe, who I realize now I call him Make.
Oh my god.
Thank you, autocorrect. Make Briscoe, Kenny Omega, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight in a fucking excellent goddamn match. It was literally a fucking PWG fucking Battle of Los Angeles losers in the fucking All-Star tag match 30 minutes shit. It was fucking awesome. They were just doing ridiculous shit.
Yeah, I got that energy from it when I saw the clip of the elbow drop. So I was like, "This is the most PWG spot ever."
Yeah. I think at one point Excalibur even makes a mention like, "This is the most action you can get stuffed in this short time since without going to Reseda or something like that." And I was like,
Way to put yourself over, Excalibur.
I miss PWG. Prayers to Super Dragon, and hopefully he will get his stuff, and his wife is going to be okay or whatever. I actually don't know what's going on, but I hope it gets better if it's bad, and if it's good,
listen,
I hope it stays good.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's most important that him and his partner get their shit figured out.
I saw somebody say this is just a spot fest. I was like, that's literally why I liked it. And thank you, I guess, for making the same observation I did in the opposite direction.
I mean, listen, that's either your thing or it ain't, man. There's not much more to it other than you're either into the big athletics show or you aren't. It ain't for everybody.
But Kevin Knight has been looking great on AEW TV. They have him and Mike Bailey as kind of like a tag team lately, and they had a match with the Young Bucks, and it was just top tier. And now this match, another top tier fucking match. They've got some stock in this guy. Somebody said he wrestles the way. Somebody says he wrestles the way they think Peter Parker would have wrestled if he was her. If he had stood a pro wrestler. But yeah, no. We also got the first showdown face-off between Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada in a wrestling ring since 2018. Thank you, Mac. I missed you as well. We're gonna have a Mac week soon. Mac is gonna be off of work. He's just gonna be on every fucking show that we have. He's gonna do he said every show because that's what he told me. So I heard Impact. Mac is doing the Impact show. Hey, listen, they would probably enjoy that. Jet speed. I like that. Speedball and Kevin Knight.
Ah, I see.
But yeah, man, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, first time in a wrestling ring since 2018. And some people, I had somebody tell me they think Tony Khan blew his load here. He shouldn't have had it. Like, it's 50 seconds.
That's how these. I feel like that's the incorrect terminology. Because that's how these tag matches work.
Exactly, right? But that's what it was for, right? That's what you would think the whole point of this match was, to get to that moment.
You know, listen, I'm not saying there isn't obviously a thought process around the idea of like the two guys don't touch. Is that Smack?
Where did he say that? No.
I see a third screen. A third box appeared on screen.
Oh yeah, that's the Kenny Omega Kazuchika Okada clip on the bottom of my face.
So yeah, obviously there's there's a room for thought to the idea of like the two guys don't ever touch until the big match. Like, yeah, but this doesn't have to be that. And in fairness, I'd argue that this is it's a big match for the fans who know the history, but it's not a big match in the company right now. So it doesn't need that.
I think they've positioned it as such because because if you've only watched AEW, then when Kenny Omega came back, the very first fucking thing he did was stare down Kazuchika Okada, and they stood them in front of the poster for the biggest show of the year, and then they
Right.
keep on setting that up like it's a big confrontation, even within this company's uh lore by itself. But I just don't think every
But it's not the
feud
main event.
is. I don't think so either. I don't. I feel like for me it is, but I don't think
Sure.
that's gonna be. I don't think that's gonna be the last match on the card.
No,
I
it
think
should be
they'll
whatever ends this
yeah.
godforsaken Death Riders thing.
I want to talk about that because I have a great idea, and I hope that's where they go with it. But also this Kenny Omega Kazuchika kind of thing, it it gave me a little bit of chills. I was like, oh my god! Like I didn't know I was gonna feel. I knew it was good. I knew it was cool. Like I knew it was cool that we were gonna see it again.
Uh huh.
And I would be lying if I said I didn't notice one. They were like behind like one step. I was like, well, we're on TV, okay? First of all, but it has been 7 years and they've been through a lot. But they were fucking great, and it gave me chills, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know it was gonna hit me like that. Like what the fuck? It hasn't really been this long. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Uh, particularly when fucking Kenny does a damn one winged angel tease. I was like something in me was like this. What's this feeling? It's literally that moment from Despicable Me with the fucking food that reminds him of his mother.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was cool, and I thought it was fine because it was only 50 seconds. Like when they have the match, it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes. It's gonna be awesome. We're all gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, like we said, Samoa Joe and the Ops, Hobbs and
Mhm.
Shibata. Which no offense to Hook, but they look so much cooler with Hobbs.
You think so?
Like, the Ops look so much cooler with Hobbs. Like it's so fucking crazy how the aura's changed. Like that is a legitimately scary group of men.
Sounds like we
Like,
got rid of the twink.
cause I'll beat Hook's ass. No, no, I don't know.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, but I understand the
No,
energy.
I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know him. No, like Shibata is just as big as Joe, and Hobbs is in spirit, and it's kind of scary his aura. But everybody's in there. They fucking beat up. Red Titus was in this team
Oh
of
wow.
jobbers. I was like, look at Red Titus. What the fuck? Nick Camarado
Oh
and
Jesus.
one other person who I forgot. But they got their ass beat real fast. The Death Riders come out, attack the Ops again. They run off. Joe grabs the mic. He calls Moxley. Moxley keeps walking, and he's like, "You fucking bitch." He didn't call him a fucking bitch. He just called him a bitch. And then since Moxley wants to be it that way, and they want to keep jumping in and get involved, he wants it in a cage, and it's officially a cage in 2 weeks at Beach Break. Where is Beach Break? I don't know where Beach Break is. I bet you there's no beach there. But in a cage. I was like, wow, this was already gonna be good. I like this. Hopefully, I know Joe's gonna lose here. It's just not time for the story to end. As much as people really wish it would just be like, damn, it's over. It's like it's not how the Empire works, dog. It's just not how it works. Beyond that, we had Tony Storm defeated Mayu Yamashita. It was a fucking great match. But like, what did you expect, right? Mac says Shibata's brain rot on the bridge for 5 years. He's still alive. How is he supposed to be scared of that man? You're right, Mac. You're absolutely right. What the fuck? I didn't know you were gone, Greg. You should have said something. How long were you gone?
Only a few seconds.
I was looking at the coverage and I don't have the screen up. That was a mistake.
Ah,
um,
I was trying to figure
I
out
don't
why
know.
I don't see your screen, but I got an idea.
I'm alive. No, we'll get that. We'll get that right here. Let's see. What if we? This is what I've been looking at all along. What? Give this guy this spotlight. That's
No, it's I just for some reason like your screen and and the other screen are just black for me. But like
this is so
your
ratchet.
but I'm
I'm-
putting the podcast on my tablet so I can see you.
you can't see me.
No, I'll show you what I see later.
That's crazy. No, I guess, but we'll keep it rocking and rolling because that's
I
how
can
we
hear
keep
you,
it
so
moving.
it's still a chat show.
We got this. We got this. Anyway, her business and MJF are still doing their thing. Uh, Bobby Lashley tells MJF no one last time. MJF is like, "What the fuck do I have to do? I have to buy
Good.
you Rogaine? You bald piece of shit."
Yeah,
Um,
that'll endear you.
that didn't help. Bobby Lashley grabbed him up by the neck. And he said, "We hurt people. You want to impress me? You gotta hurt somebody." I was like, "Damn, that's kind of in the name, MJF. You probably could
Why
have
would you
thought of
give
that
him an in though?
yourself." He did give him an in because MJF has been beating him down and beating him down and beating him down and beating him down. He gave them hoes. He gave them cars. And he even says, "I gave you women. I gave you cars. What the fuck else do you want? Rogaine?" Um, I was like, "That's fucked up. Because does Rogaine even work? And if you do use it, isn't it just like a subscription for life? That's horrible."
Jesus.
But yeah, all bald wrestling. Hey, he's a sign that showed up in the crowd.
Does that something that bothers people?
No, I think it's funny that there's so many bald wrestlers though. I'm a bald guy. I appreciate the representation. But yeah, Don Callis, Kyle Fletcher, Ricochet, Bobby Lashley. You could go on and on. There's a lot of wrestlers that don't have hair in AEW. And it's cool. Anyway, we followed it
Sure.
up with I think Nick Wayne defended the belt against um fucking Jay Lethal, former ROH television champion, which Nick Wayne now has the belt because I just called it the belt without describing what belt that it was. Nick Wayne, Ring of Honor television champion, defends against Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal beats their ass. That's a good question. Mac brings up against the Hurt Business. I don't think so. I think FTR will take the belts from the Hurt Business with some sneaky,
Uh,
sneaky wrestling tactics
oh God,
later on.
why would they team them back up?
FTR? Edge
No.
and Christian?
Yes.
It seemed it just kind of seemed there's no real reason to do it right now, right? There's no in story reason to do that right now. But it
Right.
seems like logically the end path for whatever is going on between Edge and FTR. Like
I
it seems like this would eventually somehow lead to the return of Edge and Christian, but they hate each other so much that it wouldn't make absolutely any sense right now. Like you'd have to do so much more building. Like you're nowhere near ready. Like that has to be so far down the line because you almost have to wrestle again. Like they almost
yeah
have to wrestle again, like one more time to get there because you just can't just like why would Christian save Edge at this point?
yeah, and like
At any point.
Christian at this point is such an irredeemable character that you can't just talk it
Scum.
out.
It's complete scum. You'd have to force him into it somehow. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we had this main event, which was just top tier. I mean, I thought it would be good, but fuck, it was incredible. I loved it. Hangman versus Kyle Fletcher. At one point, I was convinced Kyle Fletcher had the match won. Hangman kicked out. Um, he distracted the ref, then he kicked Hangman in the dick and hit his brainbuster finish. And I was like,
Mm.
and then he kicked out, and Hangman does eventually with his fucking curls that everybody keeps fucking cutting on. It's funny as hell. He does look funny. Um, I think he's achieved whatever look he's going for though.
I guess so. They don't
He
look
looks like a
great, but it's
sunflower.
whatever.
He looks like a sunflower. Anyway, he
No,
hits
you know
that
what?
good
No, he
old.
looks like the angry son that tries to kill you in Super Mario.
Oh shit! Ah! Oh shit! You're right. No. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
just
hit
zoom
that.
right in on that.
He hit that buckshot lariat. He pins Kyle Fletcher. He goes to the finals against Will Ospreay, and I'm like, well, first of all, I'm very interested in that match. I don't know if we've had it before, but I don't fucking remember it right now. And that
I
shit
feel like it's a match that might have happened in the New Japan of it all, but
probably when they were both much younger too, like entirely different
yeah.
wrestlers. If it did happen, this would be very fun at pay per view, double or nothing. So they're gonna get their little 20-25 minutes, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. Um, I started to think about the winner of the Owen Cup, and I think a lot of people think it's Osprey, and it's a foregone conclusion. And I'm just like, why? What actually makes you think that? Like what about this whole situation? Is it because he's the top
Probably
baby
the
face?
probably a lot of that. Yes, the big push.
Because I feel like he is the guy who's ready for the big push, but for some reason they're not ready. I don't think he's. I don't know. It makes sense though. I don't know. I don't know that I want him to win this. Not just because I'm a Hangman fan, but because I'm like, wasn't the whole thing like, where are we gonna do the fucking? Where are we gonna do the damn Osprey Wembley big moment? Like, why don't we fucking do it at Wembley? I guess. Like, is my point. Like, we're gonna do it in Texas. Okay, shit. I thought it was a big deal. Like, I thought the Wembley thing was like a big deal. I thought that was a thing that we really wanted to happen.
I
And I
mean,
was like, why'd you
I
wait
don't
till
think it is.
Texas?
I don't. I think they didn't. They made it a point that it wasn't really about the belt, and it was about they made it about Wembley, and they made the belt its own separate moment. So maybe that's what we're looking at.
I guess I could see that, but like, I really want Hangman to be the one to end the Death Riders thing. Like everybody in the fucking mother is always saying the damn Hangman is the story of AEW is the story of Hangman Page. Even the downs of this man match the downs of this company. They been fucking when they booked him like shit after CM Punk kind of punishing him, then his company fucking suffer. Goddamn it! Like, it's a coincidence for sure, but
I
fuck
get
you.
some people
He's
will argue
also
about that.
once he started getting like fuck you. Look at this omen. Look at him. Once he started getting booked strong again, the company started rising. Company started rising again. Back on Hangman's back. Stop playing with me. Finish that. I just would like to see it. I would like to see it acknowledged. I want to see this fucking maniac do it already, but he's not. He's not. I forgot about the damn swerve thing. Um, Swerve and the Young Bucks in that moment that they teased at the last pay per view, which the name completely slipped in my mind right now. Revolution, no Wrestle Dynasty. There we go. And
So yeah, see, that's one of those things where it's like, does X character have like a tether? And if your tether is, well, uh, Hangman's got this Young Bucks thing going on.
yeah, and it's kind of died. Like as this tournament has gone on, they haven't bothered him. I
Of course.
forgot about that shit. I forgot about it for a second. But yeah, they did do the story thing at the last pay per view where Hangman saved Swerve, and so we're probably gonna follow that up at this pay per
Yeah.
view. I talked myself into a circle.
By the way, funny note, uh, they the video game I saw used to have like two different names for Swerve's like little kick finish, and I think they changed both names to like House Party Kick or House Kick.
In which game?
25.
Oh shit! It's called House Party.
It's something referring to like house, which is like, oh, is this a Swerve reference?
That's crazy. Moxley is not beating Ospreay at All In. Could you imagine?
If they are truly waiting for Darby to come back and win the belt and fuck this company.
Could you fucking imagine? Oh, breaking
What
news.
a piece of oh dear. Oh,
Surprise,
that's right.
surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, that was tonight,
Surprise,
wasn't it?
surprise.
That was. I had my dates mixed up. I thought I would be at work. It's that
That's
Japan
funny, man.
turnover, man.
Nah, man. It's like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon over there.
Yeah, that's when it
I
was.
love
That's when it was scheduled. It was.
I
It was going to
love
be like.
Japan so much.
I remember. I remembered it was going to be 3 a.m. I thought it was 3 a.m. tomorrow. Because of the next day thing, I get it's easy to get those dates mixed up.
Whee! Oh, 2 eyes. God damn it.
Like I have to remember to when if I want to get the day off for Wrestle Kingdom, then I have to get the third off.
Mayu Iwatani joins Marigold. Like I kind of laughed at. Surprise, surprise. Not really. We knew this was gonna happen when he started Marigold. They all said it. It was like Mayu's fucking. Oh God. I don't think we can run that comment very long. Mayu's contract was a little bit more tied up than Julia's and Utami's.
Mm-hmm.
Hayashi says contracts were
Ayashishita,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to fuck it up. I did not want to fuck it up. Damn it. So we knew she was gonna leave as soon as that was up, and she did. She fucking did. And I was talking to Greg a little while ago, and I was like, "Do you think that WWE is gonna poach her? Because this is like a WWE feeder. Like that's what Rossi wants it to be. Like it doesn't matter what he fucking says. All right, he wants this to be a WWE feeder, and he wants to be the guy who discovered Julia.
I think I think if
who
nothing
discovered
else, Rossi knows that the easiest way to keep his company supported in the long run is to keep some connection with the big guys over in USA. That would be like scratched backs.
yeah. I mean, he wants to be Triple H. He wants to be a Triple H guy. I mean, if you're in this business and you're in that kind of position, it's not so far fetched that you would want to cozy up to the most powerful executive in the entire fucking industry. Like
Yeah.
it's about as good as it gets. This is about as good as fucking being Vince McMahon's friend. Rossi probably sees himself like fucking Giant Baba or some shit. Fucking
You don't have enough cigars for that, Rossi.
He's shaking hands with Triple H. He sees it in his mind, his dream. He's
Yeah.
got pissed out.
I'll try my best to. I will try. I'll try to put it in perspective. If you don't know much about like the Joshi scene, one, it ain't the biggest. There's a few companies. The two biggest ones are Marigold and Stardom, and Marigold is basically an offshoot of Stardom once Rossi lost his job. Because
And when they announced his press conference, I joked with Greg that they were announcing that they were shutting down.
yeah, right.
It's fucking it can get rough too. Like they were struggling, bro.
Here comes Hunter to shake hands and point at Rossi.
It's a distant number two.
What?
I said it's a distant number two, like to Stardom.
Yes. It is a distant number two. The important thing to understand is that like there's a loyalty thing in Japan, and the loyalty thing is not to the company; it's usually to whoever brought you into it. And there is something to be said about very many women who are very loyal to Rossi Ogawa because he gave them careers. A lot of those women were able to make money and make a living off professional wrestling because of the platform that Stardom gave them. Now, Marigold is in its own position because Stardom is now a company financially backed by the the Bushi Road machine, same as New Japan. Marigold is not. So Rossi's got to shake some hands.
Yeah, yeah. And he's very good at it.
Yes.
Her first match will be May 4th versus Nane Takahashi at Korakuen Hall.
Okay.
She says she chose the jersey number 219 because her birthday is February 19th.
That's adorable.
That is Mayu.
Yeah, in a nutshell, right?
I'm happy she's happy. Rossi is the guy who discovered her, and she wants to be loyal to him. And fucking Rossi is struggling, man. Utami had fucking banger after
You're a little
banger.
far away from your mic.
Oh, hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. You're just like distanced.
Is it better?
It is now.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say Utami is a great wrestler, but ever since she got to Stardom, you don't hear shit. Nothing is going on with her, and it's like she needs opponents, and
Yeah.
Mayu is going to be a good one, and we'll get to that because they're
Julia,
clearly
like
not.
Julia, stayed for a few shows to give the show the rub, basically, and had the power to do so. God bless her.
And now she's on
Julia
Raw.
stuck. Yeah, now she is right. Like Julia stuck around for like 2 shows to give to give Marty Gold some of the rub, and I was watching the first few shows for Marty Gold, and it was tough because they don't have the roster. The Stardom roster has what you can argue are some of the best of the best. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like what gets left is the women who left Stardom, and a bunch of young girls who may be promising, but are young and like unseasoned, and they're making. John, you remember the clip of the Michinoku driver botch?
Yeah, yeah, they're basically inexperienced, and it works when you have vets to balance them out with. But he doesn't have many. You literally only had
Yeah,
Utami, and he. What happened with Saray? He
Saray
couldn't lock
doesn't
her
work for
down.
them at the end of the day.
He couldn't lock her down. Like she's not ready to be locked down with anybody, especially after
No,
her WWE experience.
yeah, no. Saray is an independent freelancer entity. Saray likes running her own shows, and she wrestles wherever she wants to wrestle. And bless her if she's got the ability to do that and support herself. Uh, Also, like they recently did a show with Marvelous. That was their like interpromotional hate feud, and that gave them some veterans to work with. It's it's not deep waters out there, man. So it's tough, and you got to shake some hands and do some collabs to get your girls not only where they need to be visibility wise, but for some of them to get the experience they need, because eventually those top girls are gonna fade out, and you need someone to take their place, and that's gonna
Yeah.
be tough. Even Mayu, she's gonna help, but it's gonna get tough.
And it's like, Mayu's what, fucking 12 years in?
Yeah,
Her body is not around for much longer, so you definitely take advantage of it because once listen, I don't think Greg doesn't think it's gonna happen. I think Triple H is gonna give her a call, man. I think Triple H has been waiting to give her a call for a long time. Like he was collecting Joshi's forever. You think he didn't fucking hear about Mayu Iwatani?
sure.
Come on, bro. He's gonna send her a call, and their girls there are gonna be like, "Girl, we chilling," and she's gonna be like, "You know what? I can't find a fucking boyfriend in Japan. I'm going to America." That's the thing she said. I'm not making that up.
I was gonna say you might want to give that some
It's a joke.
context.
She said that. She said that. It was a joke. She said she's gonna download a bunch of fucking dating apps,
Dating
and I was like, "Well,
apps,
she
yeah.
should come to America. Let's go." But yeah, I
Just for
think she will.
fun, who gets these are the two I thought of, and I think I related to you. Who gets the push first, Hazuki or Starlight Kid?
Oh, Starlight Kid. I think they've got a thing for
I
Starlight
agree.
Kid. They have for a while.
Yes.
I think they intended on pushing her for like a long time. Maybe they might do it before they want to now, but
Yeah, they're gonna
I
be
think
forced to.
yeah, I think they always intended to get there with her. I don't think
Um,
they did. I don't think they did with Hazuki. I think getting her back was stroke of luck, first of all, and she wasn't going to do it anymore.
yeah.
Uh, but and then when things like that happen, they don't always factor into whatever they've had planned forever, right? So yeah, I
Uh,
think Charlotte will get it first.
yeah. So for some further context on the Stardom side, they just ran basically their biggest show, right? Stardom Queendom.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, and they just lost Tom too. Oh my god!
One of their biggest main event talents, Tam Nakano, basically retired, had a retirement match, lost to Saya Kamatami, and that was her swan song. So they lost their biggest and most popular main eventer, not just on a pro wrestling sense. She had like a hit album. She was something of a thing for a time.
Yep,
Who was that
she's out of
with?
there with Natsupoi.
Natsupoi. Yes, that's another one they could throw into the main event spot. Um, yeah. So like big album hit and top pro wrestler, very good at what she did, but I think her body gave up on her, or her and it just don't. She had a very troubling time with the knee injury. She almost retired months ago because of
It
it.
was yeah. She was ready. She's been ready. She's been
Yeah,
ready.
she
The
has
album thing was an attempt. The album thing was essentially an attempt to start setting up a life after wrestling.
pretty much
Uh,
right. It
and,
just like it's actually funny in a sense that like usually it's kind of backwards. Like you usually do the idol thing first.
Well, she did, right? She got kind of rejected a little bit. And she was an idol though. And now she did the wrestling, and wrestling was able to launch like music that was successful. And I don't know if maybe that's what she's gonna do after, but she
Maybe.
seems she seems okay. She seems at peace with it. And that's cool.
Yes, it is, Mac.
But yeah,
So Tam Nakano retired, and then like the bad news got piled on. Tam Nakano retired. Not hours later, Mayu Iwatani announces she was leaving. Not that long after that, one of the other main eventers, Micah, announced she's got to go for a while. She needs elbow reconstruction. Ugh.
it was rough. It was rough. But they're gonna be. I think this is gonna be an interesting shakeup. Marigold over this. Marigold getting Mayu. You know, we all knew it was coming. But
Yes.
we'll see how Stardom rebounds. They lost fucking Mina too. Mina is gone
Yes.
to AEW. But yeah, it's crazy. Like they're leaking. They're leaking.
They
Uh,
lost a lot of very popular stars in a very short span of time, which is one of those interesting things that we have seen historically, can make a company in new ways if you make the
yeah,
right decisions.
there's a nice phoenix to rise out of these ashes if they do
No,
everything
she's
that they
already got
should.
the belt, John.
That's right. So you already took that shit right off of Mayu. Get your ass out of here. I'll put New Japan on my back now. They wish. No,
I'm gonna sell it to
no,
Tokyo.
but
I'm gonna sell it to Tokyo Dome myself.
she could, man. Give her the chance.
Shirley's gonna enter the G1.
But yeah, we. Oh, what the fuck? I
Did
forgot.
you
Look at
find
this
two
date.
graphics for the Marigold match already?
Yeah, I did. They did too. I was like, look at them go. What the fuck was Charlotte doing with Alex Rodriguez? We are TMZ in this shit. No.
What is this?
This was at the Lakers game, Charlotte and Shane McMahon
What is
talking,
Shane McMahon doing with Charlotte?
and for
Sir.
whatever reason, Charlotte is with Alex Rodriguez. I was like, what the fuck? Does Alex Rodriguez watch wrestling? Bro, is he secretly a wrestling fan? Because was he not with Tori Wilson?
Oh, I now that you say that, I do remember that.
Right? I'm not bugging, right? My boy's a
I do. I
wrestling
feel like I remember there being. I feel like I remember there being a link there. Matt will let us know. He'll fact check it.
Mac. we're regular fucking TMZ over here.
No, I
But
was gonna say Mac is our Jamie.
Jay, that's right. Jamie, could you pull up the footage? It's just a turtle.
Pull that up for us,
Just a
Jamie.
turtle. It's just a turtle, but I want to see the turtle. Uh, Roman Reigns.
I'm so sorry, Matt. He probably hates that right now. Let's talk
Roman
about it.
Reigns
Roman Reigns.
off television till June. Not bad. It could be worse. It's already May. It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be
Don't
worse.
you lie to me.
Yeah, he's gone to about Money in the Bank time. But what? It's not really a surprise.
Not really. Not really. Also, like, you don't you don't sell out the Inuit Dome and not bring Roman Reigns.
That's true. Is that
That
where it is?
massive, yes, Money in the Bank's at the Inuit Dome. That beautiful, beautiful new age arena.
I don't think I can go, but I should. I
You
don't
can
think I
try.
can
Why
go
not?
because I'm very poor.
Oh, right. Because you went broke in Japan.
Yeah, I've never been so broke.
Gambling is bad, John. I'm kidding.
I didn't even gamble. I guaranteed threw it away. But yeah, man.
I
Fucking.
gave it willingly.
I'm sure that means that Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker against Roman Reigns and CM Punk, which I thought was like the inevitable
Yeah.
direction that they were going.
I thought that was a great thing that they did there. Just like as big drama story. Like these two dudes that hate each other now have this problem in common and they have to deal with.
That's funny because they kind of set up that little goofy team up at the War Games too. So like, okay,
Yeah,
we can come back to that.
yeah. Like
That's interesting.
there's something to be said. Like I'm not gonna use. I don't want to use it because it's such a silly term now. But like long term storytelling.
Oh
You
God, there
know,
it is. The buzzword. The buzzword. Who you
the
regular Jim
buzzword.
Cornette? The regular
Yeah,
Jim Cornette over
is that
here.
what he says now? I don't
No,
know.
I don't know. He's just using
Okay.
buzzwords stuff.
Yeah, sure. Like, but there is something to be said for the sort of just long term storytelling going in. That said, I don't think anyone should be surprised. The 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 alpha and the omega of what we
That makes
understand
sense.
to be the alpha and omega of what we understand to be Triple H storytelling is long term storytelling, questionable payoffs.
I like to call it rest hold booking. It's long term because he made us sit on it for like 6 months.
Grab it. Yeah, just break that
Hold
headlock in
on.
there, yeah.
You almost got him. You almost got him. And the minute they're mad enough to leave, then you give it to them. Okay, that's how it
The
works.
three into the side.
You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. Why? Why is Braun looking at us all disapprovingly? Uh, he
Which, like,
he's
I'm not against, but sometimes, and it's a matter of quality. Sometimes they don't have the juice on TV to keep those things going. Um, I was a big fan of the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley storyline, but it didn't have the juice to go as long as they wanted it to what break it off at SummerSlam.
yeah. I thought that it peaked and then they kept that shit going and going and going and going.
Yeah, so like we're trying to give them the big match at the big show, which is honorable. It is a how do you say you know a respectable attempt, but you just did not have enough story to keep it going. So like they're essentially doing the thing on TV where we don't have much for this. We don't have enough to really like push this story through. So here's 3 episodes of Rhea Ripley charging up.
We should actually maybe invest in that. I think we should.
More
I
episodes of
think
Rhea charging up.
just because you figure the power will shake up the earth and then you can and can we get that from every camera angle? Braun Breaker, man, I think that this is the best thing they could have done for him. Like right now, if you don't have a shit,
Yeah.
I think
Shout
by
out to
next year's WrestleMania,
every joke about Bron Breakker fitting right into the Brock Lesnar spot.
Perfectly. But
Yeah,
100 gorillas versus one Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker would fucking
spear.
win. Spears for everybody.
They just
No, he just
they just all spear from every angle.
no, he just goes down. He will die, but it's really valiant, and he takes like 20 of them at least.
I was gonna say if 45 bomb breakers die, wasn't it worth it?
That's horrible. The world needs more Braun Breakers. Bronze.
They
Somebody
need,
said bronze breaker. I I
the
fucking
Council of Bronze need to solve the question of everything, which is a gorilla.
it's not fair to him that he's bronze. He was born that way.
He's Bronze Breaker.
Yeah, bronze breaker. Uh, I said that's not fair because you keep discriminating him. You're discriminating against him
Is this
for
colorism?
his clearly natural skin color. He was he was born with this, and you can't make fun of him for it.
He's on the right track,
Uh,
baby. He was born this way.
he is in this faction with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, and they don't have a name. But somebody told Fightful one day for some reason they told Fightful we watched your show and we agree with you. And I was like, hmm, that's interesting. I
On them
I
not
don't
having a name?
that they watched the Fightful Raw post show for some reason, and I don't believe
Uh,
that happened. But
uh,
that's okay. Listen, hey, it is what it is. The report said that. I was like, why is this in the report? the fucking they said that this group they don't want it to be compared to any other Paul Heyman groups or Evolution or anything like that. They want this to be its own special big deal that in the end people will compare it to. And I was like, you're fucking running a PR piece. But essentially, this is not the new Dangerous Alliance or anything like that. So I said that sucks. Nobody remembers. These kids don't remember the fucking Dangerous Alliance. You can use that name. It's just for us, cowards. Uh, it's not like that. Doesn't even confuse people. You could just call them the Dangerous Alliance, and everybody would be like, "Damn, that thing is awesome."
although in fairness, like the Dangerous Alliance is kind of a harken to a name he doesn't use anymore.
This doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. They fucking have a Netflix show about the writers' room. Nothing matters.
Oh,
Nothing
we'll get
matters
into that
anymore.
one day.
They broke everything.
I'm merely saying that, like, I understand. If only if nothing else, I understand the sentiment of just like, but he's not really Paulie dangerously anymore. So the Dangerous Alliance doesn't really
I
make sense here.
He is always falling dangerously. God damn it! He even still has cell phones, man. Uh,
I don't think he's hit anyone with a cell phone since One Night Stand.
because they're expensive now.
You can't just be breaking these motherfuckers.
You actually can't. Um, so yeah, man, I just think this is really a good place for Braun Breaker. That's the most interested I've been in Seth Rollins in a while, and it's specifically because Braun Breaker is standing next to
That's
him.
horrible.
I guess the WrestleMania ending was interesting. It was cool. I thought it was the way to go because there was no other way to do it.
Yeah,
But it
I
wasn't
think
enough to make me go, "Yay, Seth Rollins!" This was though. The Braun Breaker thing made me go, "Oh, sit up. I'll see what the
sure.
fuck you're doing."
I think um, even though I guess I'm happy for Seth in this sense because I think he's a guy who kind of deserves it. Like he's done the work for so long, it's good. I guess I'm happy for him to be in this spot. At the same time, I've sort of what the hell is happening? I've sort of
You know,
resigned myself to Seth
street
Rollins.
profit.
Seth Rollins is kind of like the Triple H of the company for me, which is like he's the guy who works with the top guys.
Yeah, people don't remember that because Triple H Hall of Fame video make it look like he's the
he
guy that
was the
everybody
guy,
works with.
right?
He was the guy, but
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but like that clip of Brett after he shakes his hand is still just like,
someone remembers things the way they were. No.
I need to hold on to that image of Brett just like rolling his eyes. forever.
That was so funny, man. I wish I could have talked about that on air. That I watched that. I watched it. I didn't watch it live. I watched it after, but
Right.
it was still the unedited live stream of not
The
just
Hall of
that moment,
Fame.
but when they unveiled that ugly ass statue and everybody looked at each other like, what the fuck is
And
this?
Brett's just like, I don't know what. I'm just not going to say anything.
I
If I
hate this
say
boy.
something, it's going to be bad.
He's
Someone
funny
just
because
shuts.
he always got that I knew it look. Like I knew this shit was gonna
I
I
knew it was
knew
going to
this
be
was gonna
stupid.
stupid. Seth Rollins comes out with this fucking coat, $13,000 coat. People are like, "It's
Mhm.
fake. It's rented." I was like, "I don't. I think he
Who
comes.
cares?
He seems to me like the guy who'd actually buy it, but
I think so.
he could have this in his closet. It's a beautiful Pakistani design, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
it is. It is. Um, I
It's
wanted to
probably
say
one of the
something
most
about.
sensible things he's ever worn somehow.
I wanted to say something about Rollins. So it's still cheaper than the front row seats at SummerSlam. God damn.
Yeah.
Man, you hit that shit on the head.
Which, by the way, I
Bren's
did
going to
get tickets.
SummerSlam.
Yes, I did get
Brent,
tickets to SummerSlam.
spotlight to the SummerSlam boy. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look how happy he is. SummerSlam. He's SummerSlamming. He's
And play
SummerSlam. Tickets went on
the old
sale.
Slam Jam theme from the '90s.
Pre-sale tickets earlier today. Um,
Thanks for that, John.
fucking remember when they? Oh, you're welcome. I forgot I did that. I don't never give credit to
I forgot that I laid up that fucking alley oop for you.
I just be helping people, man. I just
Oh,
want
hey, there's
everybody to
that
be
show you
happy.
went to, John.
I did not go to SummerSlam 2025. That's you.
No,
That's
there was a WrestleMania 35 chair on the feed.
oh shit, you're right. I did. Man, I did not get one of those chairs.
No, you
it
were nowhere
wasn't
near
that.
those chairs.
It wasn't so good that I would have wanted a chair.
That's fair.
But yeah, man, SummerSlam, August 2nd and 3rd. You're gonna be in the building for both nights.
I am.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna
It's
fuck it up for
stupid.
you. I'm gonna get a press pass and make you do work. Be like,
Also,
hey, Greg, look
August
what I
3rd
got
is
for
in
you.
fact my birthday.
It is his birthday. They're gonna celebrate it by having the worst fucking main event you can think of. You just know because it's gonna be. There's gonna be something. There's gonna be some
Bam,
so
bam, bam,
obvious match
bam.
leading up to this pay per view. You're gonna be like, damn, this is so obvious. They're gonna do John Cena versus fucking I don't know CM Punk or some shit,
See,
and they're
if it's
gonna
Punk,
run.
I'll be happy. You know I
No, but
will.
they're not gonna run that. They're gonna run versus
Oh,
R
okay.
Truth, and then you're
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I'm gonna be like, "Well, that, my friend, is the WWE Triple H experience. He's got you in a rest hold. He's almost got you.
But it's
He's
SummerSlam. It's supposed to be the high spot.
he's almost got you. See, you thought you were gonna get the high spot, but nope. We cut it off. We put him right back in the headlock.
I
You're
thought that was
resting."
I thought that was game booking, where you hit the high spot long after everyone stopped caring.
Listen, that's gonna be Triple H booking too soon. He gets so close to that. He's very
Gabe gets
close to
absolved of all his sins.
because his fucking dad, his new dad, Triple H, he works
Charity.
in WWE now, folks. He is
Yes, he
Triple H's
does.
baby boy. He's a big fat baby boy. He's my chunky baby. Oh gosh, Max says he has a chair from the 2015 TLC, headlined by the League of Nations, Sheamus and Roman in a TLC match. Sorry, but he did
uh,
get to see the Kalisto ladder spot. That's right. That was really cool. That he did this. He did the Solita del Sol. I think
oh
it went onto
wow,
one of the
yes,
Usos. Onto one of the Usos.
it was an
I didn't know
Uso.
he went into
Yeah.
that. Good for
Um,
him.
I have a chair from the Survivor Series in um, what year was 29?
2013.
So I have the 2012 Survivor Series where they did or was it 2011 where they did one night, Never Before Never Again, Rock and Cena versus R Truth and Miz.
Oh, that was Survivor Series 2011 or 10?
I want to say I want to say 10 because I think it's
12?
before. You said 2013 is 29, right?
Yeah, that's the
So
second Rock
so
Cena match.
2012 would be 28, which I think is when that happens. I think it's before the first match.
Austin
They
Tree.
tagged together before the first match in Miami, I think.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So that had to be 2011.
2011, yes.
Yeah, I won't pull that up on fucking Twitter, but yeah. We're back to this guy yanking it. Yeah, I don't know what
Oh
he's doing.
Jesus!
Why is he cranking it so hard? Stop
Wow. Okay.
it!
Uh,
Stop
so yeah,
it!
I wasn't. The funny part was I wasn't even in those seats. Um, you know what? I'll just tell the story. We got
Uh-oh.
uh my friend got tickets for that Survivor Series, and then he stumbled upon better tickets for that Survivor Series. So he gave me the first pair of tickets he got, and I went with like a friend of his. I didn't even know the guy, but fuck, it was Survivor Series. I'm gonna take the opportunity. It was Survivor Series at the Garden. You know what I mean? And we got there, and when we got there to give our tickets, it turned out our tickets were counterfeit.
Hey, fuck.
So then we
No.
go to the ticket window and we're just like, let's see if we can, this sucks. Let's see if we can salvage this. We go to the ticket window in the Garden and basically just like, what's the best seats you got? It's this much? Cool. His homie put it on his credit card. So I
Oh,
didn't pay
that's
a fucking dime. He put both tickets on his credit card. We got in and I'm basically like, I'm on the floor at the entrance ramp toward the back
that's
of that.
awesome.
So like we have a clear, like I've got a clear view of the basically the gate that they walk out of. So like you get to see Punk, you got to see Rock and Cena and all that stuff. We got to watch them come out clear as day, very close to us, touch some hands. Um, and that's how I saw Survivor Series like 2011 or whatever. So technically, this makes 3 out of 4 out of for the big four for me. I've been to Survivor Series and WrestleMania. Now I'm going to SummerSlam.
Oh, fucking yeah. I'm only missing Survivor Series. I think I can get to a War Games because it's in California. I need to make that
Very
happen
likely.
so
Uh,
I can complete that foursome and maybe have a little wrestle orgy. Oh yeah. That
oh,
says, oh, that's cool. That's right. I forgot that happened. I was in the group chat for that. Um, first of all, he asked me first. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, that I remember that happening. That was cool. I've been to multiple final battles. I miss Hammerstein so much. But yeah, man,
yeah.
we did have to get back to the format. It was a double
We have a
feature,
format.
a little one. John Cena versus Randy Orton, one more time. Yeah, I'm down. I don't know. I actually, honestly, I'm just going along with you people. It's really hard for me to have this feeling because I wasn't that kid. I wasn't happy. I was so excited to see John Cena and Randy Orton eventually have a match. In like 2004. I was like, these are the guys. They
Yeah,
should wrestle someday. Raw, Raw. They were both. I think Orton was Intercontinental Champion, or he had just lost it, and then Cena was U.S. Champion, and it was just like, man, someday. And
it
then
was kind of like that Triple H Rock thing where they were both in the same place at the same time.
yeah, and it was like, man, someday it's gonna be cool. And they had the match at the first time I ever saw their match was Eddie versus Eddie Guerrero's tribute show.
Okay.
They did John. They did John Cena versus Randy Orton. I think for the first time on WWE television because
Hmm.
they were on separate rosters too still, but it was
Yeah.
you know It's a tribute show. So I don't even
We
know if they
also
count
got
that.
the one time only Shawn Michaels versus Rey Mysterio.
Great fucking match, dude.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know if they count that. I think they count. I mean, I'm sure if you put it on the list, it's on the list, but I don't know if they count that as like the first match.
right.
But when they did it as a kid, and it's because it was a TV match. Like I know that now, but it did not. I was like, damn. I was already sad, so maybe I was like, it was a horrible night for me. I was fucking
Of course,
crying and shit. And they're gonna do this John Cena Randy Orton match in the main event, and it didn't spark
it didn't
nothing.
help that Three Doors Down as a tearjerker.
It's fucking horrible, and I feel like I had Mandela effect on that. I always remember Three Doors Down, but when I went back, it was Hurt
Yes,
first.
that's right. Hurt is Raw. Three Doors Down to SmackDown.
Yeah, and then it's Three Doors Down forever. Like they never go back to Hurt
I
because
didn't
they
notice
played the
that.
video. They've played the video again, like 10 year celebration and other shit like that, and it's Here Without You, and they never went back to Hurt.
Right.
I fucking forgot that it was Hurt.
They're like, no, we had
Yeah,
5 extra days to work on this one.
see,
This is a good one.
Max says that match went 4 minutes and ended in a disqualification. How could you do that to me? I was already in mourning, bro. What are we doing here? Fuck you, Vince. Holy shit. No, so they had this match. And then again, it was like, fuck! This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I thought it would be. It's not hitting for me. When did they have this match? In 2007?
Maybe.
SummerSlam Cena versus Orton sounds like 2007. Um, for me, I was already over it, and then they had the match, and I was a little bit older. I was a little bit of a smart mark.
You
I,
know.
I done heard about this shit called Ring of Honor. What the fuck is that? Uh, but no, it just never hit for me, man. I didn't get the nostalgia for Cena versus Orton when they popped up together in that ring. I didn't get the same feeling that I got when I just saw Kenny and Okada in the ring, and that was only 7 years ago. And
Right.
when I saw them in the ring tonight, I was like, when I saw Orton come up behind Cena, I was like, I thought we were done with this. I locked you away. I locked you away. I put you in the box. How could you be back?
Okay,
How
okay,
could this
okay, Matt.
happen?
Okay, Matt Murdock.
How could this happen to us? You people don't know what you're asking for. I was there. They wrestled us 6 million times.
Oh my god. I want to pull out Letters from the Sky again.
If they played that video, that would be the only thing worth it. When they first when they first had that Iron Man match at fucking bragging rights. No, you people don't understand. You weren't there. They
Sean was
ran
like, "This is it. This is the end."
Greg, they ran an I Quit match. They
Uh
followed it with a Hell in a Cell match.
huh.
They fucking followed that with a 60-minute no disqualification Iron Man match in the span of 3 months. And it had to be the end. There was no way we were ever going to see these fucking wrestlers ever wrestle again. They played the goddamn one of these days,
The
money's
stars
gonna
gonna break
fall.
and everything, and nothing, and then
It
I
was
don't
it
know.
was like, this is it. Please, this has to be the end. They have there's
And then they
nothing else they can do.
stole it, John. And then they stole it for Cena versus The Rock.
Then they ran this fucking match again, and then again, and now again. I can't feel the same nostalgia for it that everybody else is feeling, and I don't believe that you all feel it either. I don't believe anybody who's excited for this match lived through those days. Fuck you if you did. There's
I
no way you
did, and I'm
on your
I'm
own
still I'm
mold.
still fine with this.
That's disgusting. I sat through those pay-per-views and I said they had a hell of a sell.
I'll say this. I was I was more fine with this when I didn't think it would be a main event.
You didn't think this was gonna be the main event in St. Louis?
I like when I was thinking about John Cena doing the nostalgia run. This is pre heel turn.
Okay. Well, I didn't think that they would do a nostalgia run. I thought he
Really?
would. I thought he would do so. Like, why? What was the point of turning heel? Right, to do something new
No, but
before
that's what
you
I mean.
leave.
Like this is well, no, I still thought he'd do the nostalgia run, even with the heel turn. But
God
I just never thought it
damn.
would be. I never thought it would be like in this format. Um, I think I think they obviously think the most interesting thing they can do is sort of like for his retirement run is to play the hits, because other than that it's John Cena beat up the new guys.
I don't think he has to beat them up. He's a heel. They can literally beat him up and then he can steal it. That's the best part about being a heel. You can put the guy over and you can still win.
I don't think that's the presentation they're going for John Cena's final run though.
You turned him heel and then didn't do a damn thing. We just made him wear black,
John Cena's gonna
bro.
ruin wrestling.
Yeah, that was the funniest shit coming out of WrestleMania. People were like, the main event was bad because John Cena said he was gonna ruin wrestling, so he wrestled bad on purpose.
That's
I said,
stupid. That's
I said,
dumb.
tell that to the dude who spent $20,000 on his front row seat. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, but yeah, it's if they're gonna do the retirement uh fucking nostalgia tour, it's really hard for me to get all the way involved because all those matches took place in a time where I was like, I am sick of this man.
Yeah,
God, he keeps beating everyone I love. It was rough,
I
but
get it. It represents a hard time for you. I understand that. I
God damn it. Because I am so willing to watch John Cena right now, and they're like, here's all the reasons why you don't actually want this. It's like if I didn't like it when they were in their prime, why would I enjoy it now that they're all old? Like, but thank
I
you
said
anyway.
this. I said this on here probably a year ago. Every time people brought up like maybe they turn him heel for his last run, and I said, you don't want this. You think you do, but you don't want this because turning John Cena heel means giving him a run on top because there's no other fucking reason to do it. And now you got what you wanted. You don't. You may not think, but you got exactly what you were asking for. Listen, Cena said it himself. You get what you deserve, and what you deserve is nothing.
He's such a damn good promo too. God damn John Cena. Every fucking week he's just out there like, and this is what it looks like to completely control the show. Why can nobody else do this way? I need someone to please grasp this concept of wrestling because I am leaving and it is a very large gap between me and the rest of you, and it can't stay that way. And it's every Raw he comes out or every SmackDown he comes out, and it's so fucking clear how much more control he has over the audience. He can make them do whatever he wants at his whims. It does not matter. If they loved him when the entrance came out, he could be like, "Oh, you love me? You love my fucking balls is what you love. You all suck." And it's like, it's like you don't have to be a cheap "your sports town sucks" heel to turn them on you. He's like, "This is what you're doing right now, and you suck for it." And it's very fucking fluid and casual, and for some reason, no one else can do that right now.
Because I don't think enough people have as deep a connection with the audience that John Cena does. Even if that connection
How'd
was
you get
negative,
there?
it's a real one.
Yeah, but how'd you get there? Like Cody's got that energy right now. He can never harness that shit like this. He's got. He can never. He can never. John
Well,
Cena.
because
John Cena.
Cody right now has to be the white meat baby face.
When John Cena had his Cena suck shit at its height, John
Yeah,
Cena knew how to ride that fucking wave. He knew how to ride the shit out of that wave. And people swore they were getting at him. I'm booing John Cena. Bro, you are literally part of his fucking charade. You are part of this show. He loves this shit. In
Yeah,
certain towns, he would even wrestle as a heel, and you didn't even fucking know because you're not that smart. You just think you are. He's
oh,
straight up wrestling like a heel. And people are like,
John,
oh my God, he beat my
John,
favorite guy.
do
Like,
you remember when they sold Cena suck shirts
yes.
and people bought it as if they were using it as a sign of rebellion? And I was like, you dummies, you just doubled his merch sales. You
Good.
absolute utter stupids.
It's crazy too because one of the things they were so scared of when they were turning him heel was like the merch. And like I promise you, every single city they go in, these John Cena shirts are still selling like fucking hotcakes. They
Hmm.
probably even selling harder than now than they would have if he didn't turn. Like that black shit he had in Las Vegas was fucking sick. I wanted that.
Oh,
Like,
the black
man,
and
that's
gold
that's
joint.
the best one so far. Fuck.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
By the
he's
way,
funny
John,
as
did you
fuck.
notice everyone got the memo of just like, hey, maybe wear gold tonight?
We're at WrestleMania.
Yes.
I actually didn't catch that. I,
Oh,
I
there's a
definitely
lot of
I
gold
missed
gear
that.
at WrestleMania.
I gotta go back and look at that. But yeah, we got Cena versus Orton at Backlash next Saturday, which we will obviously have a
Wow, already?
commercial for already next Saturday.
Jeez.
That Backlash card is a 2-pack of shit. It is 2 butt cheeks
Let's
of ass.
let's talk
It is
about it
a
real quick.
whole.
What is it?
Let's pull some garbage ass card up. I know we got John Cena versus Randy Orton. Fine, big main event. You're gonna sell the building out with that shit alone.
Hometown guy, nostalgia.
Then we have Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
I don't hate
I said,
this. Honestly,
I said
it's not going to be a great match, but I don't hate this.
I'm not as mad at this match as other people are. There are people that are really, really angry at this match because it's like Gunther just lost, and the loss at WrestleMania was. I thought that was fucking. I thought it was stupid. Not that he lost, but the way he lost. I was
To
like, this is fucking dumb. I can't
I
believe you people right now.
on one hand, like I want to say there's a poetic, like not poetic this, but like there's something to be like, I you did this to my brother, so I did it to you. But at the same time, it like this to me, this is poor match structure. If you want to do the whole thing where it's like I beat you with the thing you beat my brother with or whatever, you beat on my brother with, fine. But it's almost like you did it after all your shit didn't work.
um, he hit
You
one
you get what
super
I'm
kick.
saying?
He hit one super kick in this match, which I thought was like okay, wow, that was
Some
certainly cool. But
some
then
restraint.
he beats him with his own move, which
Yeah,
my own was that Gunther just tapped out. I was like, Gunther tapped out. Jamie Uso goes to sleep, but Gunther taps out.
yeah. Well, Jimmy
Okay,
wasn't in a match, was he? He was just.
he didn't even scream for help. Bro just was like gangster. Gunther is like, get me out of here.
Oh, I mean, they're the Usos.
Howard. Yo, I just heard Jimmy talk for real for the first time. And
Oh, the clip from Stephanie's Places.
I was like, I did not see that coming. I was like, oh, Santa's not real. No. But yeah, man, that's what happens. Wrestling can still get you like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, shit, okay. Um, not Jacob too. Please, not Jacob too. So, but yeah, we got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Becky's trying her,
I
man.
don't give a shit about that match, but whatever.
It's just like, damn. Hopefully it'll be really good. They're good wrestlers. They're both good
They are good
wrestlers.
wrestlers. Yeah, I can't. They can't reach me with a live Valkyria. I don't get it. I don't see
I
it.
like her. I like
What
her,
are we
man.
doing?
I like her because I like good wrestling. But they've like given her nothing, and she's not confident enough in her position in the company get to challenge things or to
Of
step
course.
outside the line on the mic, and sometimes that's what you have to do. Not, and I'm not saying break the fucking rules, but sometimes they're
Unlike
giving you
some
this
people.
fucking they're giving you this fucking AI. It's not AI generated, but I mean at this point it might be. This fucking AI script that is like a robot talking, and that's supposed to be you. If
Yeah.
it was me and I am handed these scripts, I am taking it as interpretation until someone tells me not to. I interpret. This is meant to go through my filter. Is what
Yeah.
I see this as. Like I
I
bring
mean,
this in, and it's not as me.
wasn't that the whole thing where like well, maybe not him, but a few other people have said that's the best way to do it, and then like you got Punk who's just like I ripped these things up.
But I feel like he wasn't fucking doing that when he was in ECW. Because like he can talk his great shit, but he was doing that when he was WWE champion. Like at that point, you can do things like that. You've
Yeah.
gotten to a point, but like you can't fucking do that. You can't. There's no world where you can just do that. I think at this point you can go to Triple H maybe directly and be like, Hunter, I think this sucks, and he'll be like, Wow, you've got balls.
Well,
But you can only
according to
do it
Hunter,
once.
that's the exact conversation he had.
Oh, with CM Punk, yeah, they're so
Yes.
fucking. We love each other now. Okay.
Well, listen, I agree with one point that people have
God,
made.
catharsis. Good for him. I feel bad.
Not even the catharsis. Not even the catharsis. I agree with the one point that people have made, and that Punk has made himself. Punk and Hunter are the same person, and that is why they hate each other.
They definitely remember they used to call Punk Indie Hunter.
They are
That
the
was a
same.
thing.
They
That
are the
was a
same
thing.
guy.
But
And
yeah, he's
Punk thinks it too, but they'll never admit that they're the same person, and that's why they don't get along.
Punk is not on this card. My boy is probably taking time off too. But we've also got
And
Jay
like
Uso versus Logan Paul, Greg,
I
for
was
the
gonna say,
World
was it?
Championship.
I don't remember if it was you or somebody else who said sometimes like after a big L, the baby face should just not be around for a bit.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so, especially if you don't have anything lined up immediately, like maybe the loss
yeah.
didn't even end. It was like so clean, like you can just take the break and it won't make them seem like
I'm
a
gonna go
coward or anything
recoup
like that.
and then come back when I have something to do.
I'm saying they suspended Gunther, but it was just bullshit. I thought they should have.
Yeah.
I thought he should have. I thought he of all people after that should have been like off TV, like go home, don't bring him back for more humiliation.
Now I want to talk
Please.
about this. Boy, oh boy, did Pat McAfee just out promo a lot of the company?
He does that. He tends to do that, and sometimes I'm not sure if that's helping. Like, relax.
Some of you are being paid to do this, and Pat McAfee just kind of made y'all look not that great.
Wait a minute, no! Don't let him do that to you.
Pat McAfee is about loyalty, John. The coldest promos of his uh, the coldest promos of a lot of those guys' careers.
He's good. I don't think that his match against Gunther is gonna be bad.
Dime store
It,
Teddy Hart. Wow.
I just think that I'm just like, okay, this is less thing interesting. But he did cut a
Sure.
promo about how he's like a hard worker and all that, and all the people got behind it, and it was great. And I hope that Gunther just beats the shit out of him. I just want Gunther to beat the shit out of him. Stretcher this man. I want him to make an example out of Pat
Sure.
McAfee. I want it to be 10 minutes of murder. I do not want Pat McAfee to get a babyface comeback that lasts more than 10 seconds. It cannot be. When Brock Lesnar lost, what fucking match did he lose? I think he lost the titles, and then the next night he came out and just killed everybody at ringside, and they wrote him off for like 6 months. God, that was perfect.
um, was that? I
I
think that
think
was after WrestleMania.
it was after WrestleMania. It was a Raw after WrestleMania. I can't remember what he lost, but
Yeah.
he fucking came out and he
Like,
was just like, "I
yeah, like
hate
he lost the
everybody."
belt, so we need to write him off for the next 6 months. So Brock Lesnar just beats up people.
Murdered people. Listen, when a
Is that the
monster
one where he
loses,
has like the one guy on his shoulders and Stephanie's like, "Don't you do it?
yeah. But I think
I'ma
he
do
like
it.
killed.
Don't you do it?"
I I think he killed Michael Cole too. Like I think he was like
Yeah,
murdering people.
it's always Michael
And
Cole.
this poor guy. I think that when a monster like Gunther Brock Lesnar loses, they should lose their ring. I think they should come out the next night and just be a complete uncontrollable monster. Like that's the
I
best presentation for them. They can
I
just
think
lose their shit.
I think you see Gunther differently than the company does.
They fucking cowards if they had him as Intercontinental Champion for like 16 years. What the fuck? They booked him to
I think there's a difference between saying Gunther's a very good wrestler and he's a monster.
he was martyring people. Like he was beating down. They had him in there with Drew and Sheamus presented as meat. Compared to other people, he should not be also meat. He should be meat with other meat. And now with other people, he's bigger than them. He is the meat. They are not the meat. He should beat on you. I think he should come out and he should beat on people. Um, but he's gonna wrestle Pat McAfee instead, and that's fine. That's fine. We did have one big last thing. Well, no, what there were two things. There was Liv Morgan and one other WWE thing.
Oh, I thought we were gonna run through the rest of the card real quick, but okay.
We did, I think. Um, right now the only one missing is the United States Championship. What looks like it's going to be a fatal four way. Drew
Okay.
McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, and Damian Priest.
Okay.
They all,
And so we're pushing
yeah.
toward. Are we pushing toward the blow off of Priest and Damien at SummerSlam, or
I kind of think so. McIntyre and Priest because, or maybe Money in the Bank, but then they'll probably both be in the Money in
maybe?
the Bank, and they won't have the singles match. So they probably will push that shit to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, somebody pointed out that Gunther's got to do this Jey Uso match that he dropped the belt. Then he's gonna do Pat McAfee, and then potentially Goldberg.
Yeah. A lot of people still think the Goldberg match that they teased is still in line for one of the Saudi shows.
Yeah. And honestly, Goldberg already spilled the beans that he's training.
Did he?
Yeah, so he's coming back. Oh, there it is. She's fucking gone, bro. At the press conference announcing her Mighty Gold rival, Mayu Iwatani reveals she hopes to team with and wrestle the current WWE Women's World Champion,
Mm.
Io Sky. Bro, that shit is happening. So they're gonna give her a little taste of Io. They're gonna send her over, and Io's gonna be like, "Come, come right now! Like we got him paid, girl." And she's gonna get the fuck out of there. That's
Remember
crazy.
when they said Damage Control was getting another? No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit. But yeah, no, we did the backlash card and now fucking Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, it was announced yesterday that she would get a big role in Hollywood. And PW Insider was like, this is gonna launch her to be a it girl status. And I was like, dude, I don't think they understand Hollywood enough to make a claim like that. And everybody was like, no, it's gonna be big. And I was like, I think let's wait and see. So it comes out that this is actually really cool. I was like, this is really cool. I don't know that it's what PW Insider said it was gonna be. I think that I don't even know that her. It doesn't sound like the she's got like that big of a role. I mean, I'm sure it's a decent sized role, but you know what I'm saying? You got like the lead,
Yeah.
and you got like the supporting actress, and then you have like the kidnapped daughter. I don't know how much the kidnapped daughter is gonna do in a movie like this.
Yeah, it's not like
But
when
you,
the best comparison I can make is like it's not like when they gave Gina Carano the lead in a Steven Soderbergh movie and they're just like it's gonna be a big deal.
with the way I wish they wouldn't have overhyped it because this is really cool, but they fucking made it sound like she was gonna get cast in the goddamn Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and David Finch directing. I was like, yo, what the fuck is about to happen here? And this is actually really cool, but it ain't that. This is really fucking cool.
DiCaprio's just got the thing about working with wrestlers, man.
I was like, damn, another one? No, but she's gonna do the Bad Lieutenant. She's gonna do a Bad Lieutenant sequel, Tokyo, made by the legendary Takashi Miike. Uh, I only knew him from the fucking JoJo movie,
Is this
but
like a sequel, or is it just like another movie named Bad Lieutenant?
aren't they all fucking sequels, bro? Aren't they all
Well,
fucking
because
sequels?
freaking
Spin off.
Werner Herzog claimed that his movie wasn't a sequel, so whatever.
Oh, Jesus, but he's a thespian,
An artiste.
an artiste, an actor. But in this movie, the synopsis is the thriller follows the Bad Lieutenant, a corrupt gambler in the Metropolitan Police Force who finds himself thrown into a tangled case after an enigmatic FBI agent arrives in Tokyo to investigate the disappearance of a politician's daughter, played by Gianna Daddio. Fucking incredible wrestling name. If she ever wants to drop Liv Morgan, Gianna Daddio is an incredible fucking wrestling name. Like that is just top tier. But yeah,
What's the other? Is that the
Liv
same
Morgan.
name? Alexandra Daddio.
Who's that?
She was in True Detective and what was that movie with Seth Rogen where they're like, I can't remember the name of it.
It's
She was also in Baywatch with Rock.
it's Lily James. No, we're talking about something else. I was looking through the cast.
Nice.
She played in that Pam and Tommy movie. I think she was Pamela
Yes, she did.
Anderson.
Yeah, she was
And
Pamela
that's
Anderson.
what when you said Baywatch, I said her name.
No,
That was a crazy connection. My
she was
mind
in that
just
Baywatch movie, and John went, "Oh, the woman who played Pamela Anderson." No.
but Liv Morgan is gonna be and it's cool because she got on the headline like you got the deadline screenshot. That's a big deal in Hollywood right
Yes,
now. You get the screenshot deadline right like that, and your name is next to fucking Takashi Miike, Lily James, fucking like that's awesome. That is very big for
and
Liv
whoever
Morgan.
this other Asian gentleman is.
He is in Godzilla versus Kong, but
Oh, was he okay?
I don't remember. I don't remember who. He
Oh,
must
well,
have.
shit.
Of course, again, Gianna Daddio, that shit is fire. That name is awesome. But yeah, man, good. If this is as big, it's gonna get put out by Neon, and Neon is right. Neon Production Studio is riding high after Honora won all those goddamn Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
So this being their next project that they announced after that is already a big deal. That's a big thing in Hollywood. So it's got legs, man. It's got legs. It's a big
And
you
that
got
old girl was like, "I ain't doing Star Wars."
oh shit, that's right. Uh I forgot fucking Mikey Madison was like, you can keep that shit. I'm doing a period piece. Nah, I don't know, but maybe probably should do something important. Like maybe not jump into a franchise immediately. I get that. But but yeah, man, this is really big for Liv Morgan. If it works out the way they think it's gonna work out, kiss her ass goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Why would you ever continue taking bumps every fucking week like that? I
Yeah.
would just run away, run away, run away.
I remember one of the interesting predictions was that a few years ago that like Rhea Ripley has like Hollywood action star written all over her. So like if they come calling, it's not gonna be good.
I I
So it's
wonder
funny to see
though,
that they
like,
got to live first.
do you think Liv Rhea Ripley has that
Action star,
Hollywood
yes,
action star? Like I think that's an
but I think the
interesting
bar for
poll. I mean,
action star is low.
That's true. That's true. I guess you do like if you had real aspirations for Hollywood, would you want to be an action star, right? But if you don't care, if you just like wrestling is first, then action star stuff is cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Like, once again,
Flat out.
Gina Carano got the lead as an action star.
She did, and she barely spoke, and she made it very far. That and they really got it down to an art. Max says no, but unfortunately, I got caught up. AJ did get his fucking AJ did probably get a title shot at WrestleMania. Fucking excuse me, at Backlash. They set him up with Dominic on Raw. Dominic Mysterio, who's also getting way over. WWE crowds are so funny now; they don't care anymore. Triple H just spent so
Oh,
long telling them it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. That they just started going back to cheering whoever the fuck they want. They don't even play along no more.
so did you hear Dominic talking about the WrestleMania thing?
No.
So apparently Dominic said that, like, yeah, the plan was for him to, like, win the belt, like it was a steal. So it was get the belt, run to the back. But then the crowd was so positively had such a positive reaction to him winning the Intercontinental title. That's why Dominic runs back to the ring because they sent him back out there.
There was a viral video of the cameraman telling Dom, "Go, go, go back, go back, go back."
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. So, I didn't see that, but yeah. So apparently that's why, like for no reason, he runs back to the ring because they're just like, no, eat it up. They're fucking going for you, dude.
Triple H has famously said, you know, he likes that emotion, and you should show it on camera if you're gonna have it. And people had Dom, even though he was a heel, and even though he stole that win, that crowd was going bananas. And honestly, I was at home like, oh shit, like it was a cool moment. Dom,
There is
little
something
Dom
to that.
Mysterio, little Dom Mysterio, man. People are invested in Dominic, and they watched him not only like grow up, not only grow up in a way that they like for the people who saw him as a kid, but the people who watch now saw him grow up on their screens. If you go
Yes.
back and if you watch Dominic's first match, it's not this guy. He developed like a fucking shonen character. Like he's a whole other person. It's really cool, and I wonder what do you do with him as a baby face. I don't know that
I don't know, but I
changed
kind of
anything
called the
about him.
babyface. I feel like I called the babyface one like a little after the Live program started. There's nowhere else for him to go.
I don't think they should live on him though, but they always that's kind of the thing they like to do.
Yeah, but like, haven't they been setting that up from the start?
They gave up on that, and it seems so genuine.
That's what I said about Rhea.
But he turned on Rhea because he's a dick.
I think I think the only place for them to go with Dom is babyface because I don't know if he can heal any deeper.
No, he literally can't. But yeah, man, with Dominic and Liv going to Hollywood and being a big part of this movie. First, I wonder how much WWE is going to be
Involved?
promoting this.
Oh, that too.
Promoting this mostly. They seem like I would want it to be a big deal. I want it to seem like it's a big deal. Vince used to Vince used to be really funny about that because he would do it for some people, but like, remember Batista with Guardians of the Galaxy? That was a
We
thing.
don't even know if this is gonna be if anyone's gonna go see it.
Well, that's why I need the help. Like you fucking pieces of shit,
Which is so funny in a post Avengers universe.
right? They definitely missed opportunity on that.
Avengers made all this money and it was like, I don't know if people are really interested in this Marvel movie. Like,
Uh,
man, I would have bought that a little after Iron Man 2, but really?
but
Really?
they were so out of touch, man. They were so out of touch back then. Yeah, they
It's
really were.
like, what are the Avengers?
What is this? Superhero stuff like the Super Friends? No, no, I don't want that.
I used to
We could
love
get that.
Adam West.
You know who I like. You know who we should get that Flow Rider. I love that Flow Rider. You get that Flow Rider.
Hunter, have you seen the A Team?
Is Aretha Franklin still alive?
Oh no.
Oh God, no, man. That that's pro wrestling.
18.
That's pro wrestling that we talked about for the last hour and a half. Um, we'll be back.
That'll be the name of our show. That's pro wrestling.
That was pro wrestling. That works. Shit, I like it.
It's
Listen,
just simple and to the point.
I'll be back on Friday for the SmackDown post show. Mac, Nick, and I think Robbie, if not just Matt and Nick. Matt and Nick. Mac and Nick. The old
Mac and
Bucks.
Nick.
But they'll be back for the WCW review show where they'll be talking about the big one, WCW Bash at the Beach, 1996. Nick is doing all that good old research, reading through the observers, and he's got COVID, so it's taking him double the time, but he's putting in double the effort. And I hope you all appreciate him on Friday with Mac. But then I'll be doing a SmackDown show, and if Mac didn't die from fucking from whatever he had last week, because he was also dying.
Oh no.
But he powered through it. He watched all 3 hours of SmackDown, 3 fucking hours of SmackDown, um, to talk about it with me afterwards. And we'll be doing it again on Friday and for the foreseeable fucking future. But and of course, next week it starts all over. Monday we're back for Raw. Tuesday for NXT. Wednesday for Dershi Radio. Thursday for Impact. Friday for SmackDown. And then Saturday the WWE Backlash post show rewind. You know you love that shit. Join us. Join us. We'll be there. Look, I want to get real close to Greg. That's why I put our boxes. I put our boxes close. There's no space between us now.
The space between.
Whoa, Mac is going crazy. His whole penis fell off because of the vomit.
Oh my god.
I didn't know it worked that way. Insane. That's that Boston shit. But man, that's Dershi Radio. We got a whole ass slate of shows. Go check them out if you're bored. I'm on this one. I'm sometimes on Raw. It's like a gamble if you're looking for me specifically. I tell people this is the unfortunate thing about this. I like doing this here, but I forget that it is also real. So like real people can see this. So there's people from like work that are like, you stumbled across my feed, and I was like, I feel like fucking Clark Kent just got caught. Like, oh, you see me? Please don't look at me. And so they're like, I didn't see you, and you said it was Dershi Radio. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm not on all of them. I try not to be, because then I'll hate it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird feeling. I don't like that. I don't like being seen. That happens.
Also, it's kind of fun to say yeah, I saw Jersey Radio today. I didn't see one. I was like, it's too big for just me.
I said I was like, hey man, I got my Tuesday team. They handle that. You got a Tuesday team. They, they handle that, man. Those are my
I'm
guys.
delegating.
Delegating responsibilities. You know how that go. Yeah, that's why I don't like. I undersell it, man. I don't want the. I don't tell like, yeah, it's got a 100 or whatever. I'm just like, it's got a. I do some stuff on social media. Like that's all. Please don't go looking for me. Fuck, they're gonna find me. You don't want to know who I really am. I drive a bus full of children.
Yeah.
That's my day job. You don't want to come here.
That's the
and hear
part
me-
you really gotta think. That's the part you're really thinking about. Like getting called into the office one day. It's like, so John, we've seen some of your content.
Actually, so what happened was like I don't normally objectify women like that, but it was so jiggly. I had to make a comment. I felt I had to admire. Okay, do I sign the paperwork now, or can I apply for unemployment after this? Or how does that
I've,
work?
dude, I've seen some of these clips of people talking to Tony Storm, and you would not survive.
I I would try. I would
Tony
try.
Storm just be messing with people. Like
She's too good.
one of the guys was like I really liked that segment where you came out and like nobody actually knew you were dressed as Mariah May. They thought it was her, and she was like, "You just like those butt strap things I put on."
That's true. I'm sorry, you're right.
And he was like, "No, they were very empowering. It gave me quite a lift."
I think the butt straps and the butt straps, the yoga pants that grab your ass. What is that called? Like a thong yoga pants?
I know
It's
what you're
like
talking about. I don't know what they're called, but whatever.
these things are like the greatest inventions to like come from clothes like in a
But
long time.
like
Like since the hat. Like
I will say,
like,
in at least in WWE, the butt straps have gotten incredibly popular.
the wrestling has made butt straps really big. Like everybody's wearing butt straps now, and I'm like, this is fucking great. I don't know what caused us all to lift our asses, but we lift and we shall overcome. And
You
I'm
so
fucking
fucking dumb.
so fucking so,
And then everyone came out of WrestleMania just like making fun of the fact that those butt lifts couldn't save Charlotte.
that's not nice. I have no part in this. I didn't say anything like that. I'm never gonna
I didn't
say
say you did.
something. I will never see. You'll never catch me saying something negative about somebody's body
About Charlotte
because
Flair.
that is mean. I would not actually do that. Something nice, sure. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Yes, John has only given out compliments.
I'm trying to keep it that way.
John, how do you
I
feel
think
about
it's
Nick
okay.
Aldis?
I think that he has married a lovely woman. And she
I think
also
how do you feel
wears
about Nick Aldis?
butt
I think he has
straps.
exquisite taste in wives.
It's his wife that I don't think has the best taste. But we'll see. He might see this, but he might not because he's a bitch.
There it is. It slipped out. Oh no.
Well, Mac, if you stay to
Mask
the end of
off.
the show, I feel like you deserve you deserve a bit of ass talk. No, no. Listen, I feel like you should never make comments about a woman's body. Unless they're like really general, like that's really nice. That's very nice. And just move on. Don't be like, I'm gonna spread that shit. I'm gonna fucking jump in. I'm gonna dive in.
God.
If you don't talk about it like that, I feel like you're okay. Like you can. There's a line between admiration and perversion. I just think it's a blurry line, and a lot of men can't find it. Here we are at the end of our show. Thank you all for joining us. And if you stuck around for this long, I genuinely love you and appreciate you. And if you ever find yourself thinking, man, nobody cares about me, that's a fucking lie because you were here listening to this part of the show. You were here this long. Oh, go to bed. Get the fuck out of here. I care about you. Get some water. Hydrate. Make sure you hydrate. I love you. Yes, Logan. Logan came at the very end. Bro, if you rewind this just a little bit, you're gonna get a whole ass breaking news segment about Mayu Iwatani, who she's wrestling next, when, the state of stardom, and all that great shit.
And how long
This
before
is
John thinks she comes to America?
very soon. We'll see you guys next week.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless
The sport of professional wrestling.